Budget and Finance Committee meeting to order. Going to give a few seconds for our guests from the Metropolitan School Board to depart. All right, the first item on our agenda this afternoon is RS 2012-516. Sponsors Matthews authorizes the issuance of general obligation refunding bonds in an amount not to exceed $370 million. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-517. Sponsor Matthews approves agreements between the Tennessee Valley Authority, the Metro Electric Power Board, and the Department of General Services for the purchase, interconnection, and parallel operation of electricity generated by solar units installed at the Metro Fire Hall located at 2501 Forest View Drive. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. Thank you, Councilman Stein. RS 2012-518. Sponsors Matthews approves a third amendment to a grant from the Southeast Energy Efficiency Alliance to the Mayor's Office of Environment and Sustainability to increase residential energy building retrofits by increasing the grant allocation by $130,000 for a new total of $887,005. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-519. Sponsors Matthews appropriates $3,842,000 from the General Fund Reserve Fund to 12 departments for the purchase of equipment. It's been properly moved and seconded. Councilman Tiger.
Do we have representatives of all 12 of these departments here for questions?
What are the 12 departments, Mr. Cooper?
Someone call roll, please.
All right. I see the county clerk, representative from Farmers Market. Okay. Finance.
Wait. There's a reason for this question, please.
General Sessions Court, Information Technology, Metro Action, I see them. Police. Okay. And State Trial Courts. Yes, Councilman.
Thank you.
Can you give your reasoning? I think they'll just... Councilman Garrett?
Would the directors of those departments please stand? 1, 2, 3, Mr. Chairman? 4, 5. Good, thank you. Just in the years past, the directors
And
used...
Mr. Reebling.
Well, the directors used to show up. Just to let those of you that are representing your director go back and tell them there may come a day when the directors might get asked a question, and it used to be, as we say, the directors were here if they had an item on the agenda. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome, Mr. Garrett. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-520, sponsors Matthews, approves an interlocal agreement between Metro Government, Nashville Electric Service, and the City of Mount Juliet for access to the 800 megahertz emergency radio dispatch and response system. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-521, sponsors Matthews and Bennett, approves an intergovernmental agreement between the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Metro government for participation in the Nashville Violent Crime Gang Task Force. It's been properly moved, seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-522, sponsors Duval, Matthews, and Bedney, authorizes the Director of Public Property Administration to exercise options to purchase property located at 3132 and 3142 Smith Springs Road for benefit of the Board of Education at a cost of $1,200,000, and the sponsor has requested indefinite deferral by letter. It's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor? All opposed? Resolution is deferred. RS 2012-523 authorizes the Director of Public Property Administration to exercise an option to purchase 600 acres of property on Stones River Road to be used for park purposes at a cost of $8,200,000. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-524 authorizes the Director of Public Property Administration to exercise an option to purchase 65.4 acres on West Hamilton Road at a cost of $644,400 to be used for park purposes. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-525 approves a grant of $19,000 for the Historical Commission from the Middle Tennessee State University for the design and printing of 250 brochures that tell Nashville's Civil War story. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-526 sponsors Gilmore, Claiborne, Matthews approves a grant of $20,000 to the Historical Commission from Middle Tennessee State University to complete a historic structure report for Fort Negley. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-527 approves a state grant of $20,000 to the Metro Health Department to increase healthy food and beverage options at Metro Park facilities. And we do have a letter from the sponsor asking for approval. It's been properly moved and seconded. Councilman Tiger?
Yes, I'm wondering if former Director Jim Fike will be a procurer or user of this new healthy food options.
Is he?
I think he's back
Yeah,
here and could answer that
he-
question.
Any other discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-528 approves an amendment to an annual grant from the Greater Nashville Regional Council to the Metro Social Services for congregate meal sites, meal delivery services, and transportation for eligible seniors and disabled residents by increasing the grant amount by $29,744. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-529 approves a memorandum of understanding between the Metro Health Department and the Metro Hospital Authority to provide information about the Federal Women, Infants, and Children's Assistance Program. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-530 approves an amendment to the contract of recycling services between Metro Public Works and QRS Incorporated to approve the assignment of the contract from QRS to Waste Management of Tennessee. Sponsors are Potts and Matthews. It's been properly moved and seconded. Council Lady Allen.
Thank you. I'd just like to ask, how do we find out about the 95% recycling? How is that documented?
Is there anyone from Public Works or?
I think there's a requirement that they recycle 95% of what they pick up. I just wondered how we know that.
We can get those numbers from, well, now it will be from Waste Management. They maintain all of those, all that data.
Okay.
If you want it, you can contact me and I'll be happy to get
I'll
that
do it.
for
Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-531 sponsors Matthews approves a state grant of $100,000 to the Nashville Career Advancement Center for the Incumbent Worker Training Program. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-532 sponsors Matthews authorizes the Department of Law to compromise and settle the personal injury claim of Raymond Chandler against Metro government in the amount of $13,000. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-533 sponsors Matthews authorizes the Department of Law to compromise and settle the personal injury claim of LaQuita A. Furby against Metro Government in the amount of $15,000. Been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-534, sponsors Matthews, authorizes the Department of Law to compromise and settle the personal injury claim of Tiffany N. Jones against Metro Government in the amount of $10,500. It's been properly moved and seconded. Councilman Tiger, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak on this one per se, but since we just had a meeting with our school board members, I feel compelled to say there are occasionally settlements and other actions that I personally may not agree with. But when our legal director and finance director and deputy mayor and everyone else of authority and council legal director sits up here and tells us what the consequences of our action will be if we don't approve something that we're likely to lose in court or cost us more money, then to me that's a signal as an elected official that I should be listening to those folks a lot smarter on legal issues than I. So I think that's a lesson that as I draft my future questions or questions as you ask us to school board members to make sure they understand that, gambling with $3.4 million of taxpayer money, no matter how good the economy is and how much money is flowing in the cash registers on sales tax, that we gambled on $3.4 million of taxpayer money and we lost. And someone needs to stand up and say, maybe I would do things a little bit differently. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Tiger. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. RS 2012-535, sponsors Matthews, authorizes the Department of Law to compromise and settle Nashville Electric Services property damage claim against Metro Government in the amount of $106,144.03.
Move approval.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Resolution passes. We're now on to bills on second reading. The first is BL 2012-315. Sponsors Matthews, amends the procurement non-discrimination provisions of the Metropolitan Code to change the frequency of benchmarking.
Move approval.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Councilman Stein.
Yeah, I mean, so that perhaps that we could avoid having this deferred again on the floor, has the questions that were raised from the floor been answered, Mr. Chairman?
I believe that Ms. Lane has spoken with Council Lady Gilmore to answer the questions that she raised.
Okay, so.
Marty, do you want to confirm that?
Staff Director, do you think we're okay in moving forward here?
Marty,
Thank you.
can you forward the responses that Ms. Lane provided for Council Lady Gilmore to the rest of the council? Thank you, Councilman Stein. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Bill passes. Bill 2012-320, sponsors are Claiborne, amends the Metro Code to eliminate the subsidized health insurance benefits for future members of council after they leave office. I'll entertain a motion. Thank you. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All in favor? All opposed? We have to have a hand vote. Yeah, we have to have a vote by show of hands. All in favor, if you could show by raising your hand. 1, 2, 3. The chair votes in favor. All opposed? 2. 8 for, 2 against, and 1 member not voting. So the bill passes. BL 2012-321, sponsors Evans, Todd, and others, approves an agreement between Metro Government and CSX Transportation Incorporated for the engineering, installation, and maintenance of an interconnection device at the intersection of Vons Gap Road and State Route 100. It's been properly moved and seconded. Councilman Tiger.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm reading from the December 13th news. The long delay at this intersection has been due to getting permission from the CSX Railroad for work in its right-of-way and under its tracks for the traffic signal. I'd like to ask someone at Public Works why these poles have been up for 6 months and we're just now to the stage of approval, and what can we do to avoid this in the future?
Charlie, Billy Davis, Metro Public Works Engineering. As all of you all know, working with the CSX Railroad is a long, involved process. It's a matter of just coordinating our work schedule with theirs and trying to get the proper agreements and insurance in place. Anytime you work with railroads, it takes months and months to work out the details, Charlie.
And in the meantime, citizens of West Nashville see these poles erected, and we see long waits during rush hour traffic. What's the answer to this? Who can move these folks and make them negotiate?
Charlie, being able to make the railroad negotiate is always a difficult task.
Do we need to file legislation on each and every bill that a traffic signal or an easement is necessary 6 months in advance of the work being done to avoid this type of delay for the public?
As we usually try to get these through as soon as possible. Charlie, we've been working on this a year and a half with the railroad.
I don't fault you because I have the same frustration in my dealings with the railroad too. And I just think the public needs to know, and some of our higher elected officials that might have control over these folks, that it's the most unuser-friendly organization to work with that I've ever seen, and something needs to change.
Thank you, Councilman Taggart. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Bill passes. BL 2012-322 sponsors Claiborne, Gilmore, and Matthews, grants a permanent easement for property located at 3005 Fernbank Lane to Piedmont Natural Gas Company for the purpose of maintaining a gas line. It's been properly moved. Seconded. Council Lady Allen.
Is there any way to find out what the implications of that will be? I mean, is it a grassy area and nothing will change, or are lots of trees going to be cut down, or do we know?
Hold just 1 second, Councilman. Go ahead.
A gas line currently exists. What they're doing is, and I'm not an engineer, but what they're doing is to run a low voltage electrical conduit beside of this metal pipe. And it's supposed to keep the pipe from corroding, rusting. It extends the life of the pipe. So it's an addition to an existing pipe that's already in the ground, and it's a maintenance type process.
All right, any other discussion? Thank you, both council members. All in favor? All opposed? Bill passes. BL 2012-315. No, I went back to the wrong page. No, I had that page twice, I'm sorry. BL 2012-324. Sponsors Gilmore, designates Gay Street between James Robinson Parkway and 5th Avenue North as Musicians Way. She has a letter asking for approval. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Councilman Stein?
Do we know whether this causes lots of people to change their address, or is this a minimal number of people?
Hold on, John. There you go.
This is just the
Honorary.
designation, so the actual name of the street doesn't change, and this is just the portion that's right next to Municipal Auditorium. So it'll just basically allow for a sign that says Musicians Way next to the Musicians Hall of Fame.
Well, isn't that wonderful in Music City, USA?
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Bill passes. BL 2012-325, sponsors Claiborne, Potts, and Matthews, grants a telecommunications franchise to Nashville Data Link Incorporated. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Bill passes, and this concludes our agenda. Thank you.